Hi there. So we are on to the last video that I'm doing for Craft Alive. And this time I promised you earlier today that when we did a different tree that I would show you how to make this tree. So I think it's rather spectacular. Looks really cool. So I was using this paper in the last video and I thought I would show you another suite with this video. So we're going to pop that one over there and I'm just going to show you the suite itself that I'm going to use. How sumptuous is this paper? Oh my gosh. So it's got gold and it's got silver and it's got copper, as well as these really nice grey tones and things. So I think that's absolutely gorgeous, that paper. Now it happens to come as a suite. Oh, who would have known? And it comes with this stamp set here, which is the Elegantly Said bundle. So there's actually a punch and a stamp set that go together in this one. And you've also got this fabulous twine, so useful the twine is, and then also the papers as well. So that particular suite is $102.75, which, as it just so happens, should you happen to spend $100 with me this month, I will send you in the mail afterwards a pack of these absolutely gorgeous in-coloured jewels. I'm really hoping that you can see the sparkle in them. They are just so beautiful. So I thought that's what's going to be my little thing for Craft Alive this year, that I will send people who order over $100 one of those. So let me just pop those down here and stand up please. Okie dokie. Now what I said I was using, I'm using that paper that I was talking about. Now I've gone ahead and actually made up a little bit of this already, but I wanted to show you how to do it. So I haven't done the bottom layer yet. I'm going to do a blog post on this as well. So if you want to head over to my blog, it is mccarthyheather.blogspot.com.au, and you'll be able to get all the measurements and things. But just in case you don't want to do that, I've got 1/2 inch by 12 inch, 3/4 inch by 12 inch, 1 inch by 12 inch, 1 1/4 inches by 18 inches, 1 1/2 inches by 18, 1 3/4 by 24 and 2 by 24. So it does mean that you have to cut. So for this particular one, this is the bottom layer. It's a 2-inch layer. So I've cut double so that, let me show you the reason. You are going to need to concertina it. So let me just move everything out of the way. And this is my scoreboard. It is a Stampin Up scoreboard, as you can see, little Stampin Up symbol there. Absolutely fabulous. I use it so much. All I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to score 1/2 inches. So it comes with the score tool, that's part of it. So we're just going to 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. I actually use this when I'm scoring my cardstock as well, making cards up. I just find it a lot easier when I'm making a few cards up together that I score them all in one go and then I cut them in half after that and fold them. Just does a step out of the middleman, as it were, because you then aren't scoring it twice. You know how you'd take a piece of A4 paper, you'd score it in half, and then you'd cut it in half. So then you're only scoring once and cutting once. Hopefully that made sense. Anyway, so we've got that now. And let's pop that down there. We are then going to cut this in half. You want to, important, you want to cut it before you score it. Before you fold it, sorry. So this is going to the 2-inch mark, and you can make sure with this cutter that you see how it's got the lines going all the way down. So you can actually look at it and go, oh, if it was like that, you'd go, oh, hang on a minute, I've got 2 inches over there, but I've only got 2 1/4 over here. So that way you can look at the lines on the back and pop that down and cut it and know that you've got it in half, which, yay, it is actually in half. So jolly good, Heather. So what we're going to do now is we're just gonna concertina this layer. So I've done this with all of the layers. There are 7 layers in total to this little Christmas tree. Let's go for it. Hopefully I'm not blurring. I actually can't see the camera once it's up on its little thingo. So now what I tend to do is I just make sure that it's actually even and then squish it all down. Because sometimes it can start sort of like zigzagging off in a different direction as well. This is doing all right. Sometimes it's a hold your tongue in the right position job. There we go. So you can see how it's just, oh, whoops, it's just going downwards slightly. So just a bit of persuasion and squish it down. Squish it good. Do, 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 do. Okay, anyway, sorry. Onto the Tombow adhesive, and you just need to add that and that together. So because you want it 24 inches rather than 12 inches, it just means that you're going to add those two together, and obviously you are going to lose ½ an inch out of each one by doing this, but it's not going to make any difference to the actual thing. So we've got that. We then want to make this into a circle, and again, if you hook it over the top, it's going to look nice and smooth when you do it. So a bit more Tombow onto this one and pop that over the top of there. That's all good. Oh, I better pop my hot glue gun on. So you do kind of need a hot glue gun for this because whilst the Tombow is fabulous, it doesn't quite make the cut when it comes to gluing it all together. So that's how you're going to create each piece to begin with. Then you will find that you can do this to them and create little rosettes, which are actually really pretty. You can put you can make those into rosettes, and you can put little designs on them and hang them on the tree like that, and they're really nice because they do have a pattern on the other side of them when you use the Stampin' Up Designer Series papers. However, we're not going to do that today, and I'm just going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. That's what it's called. It's a silicone craft sheet. I keep calling it a mat, and it kind of is a mat, but so I'm going to hold that onto there and hope that my hot glue gun actually works this time, because I was just having a few issues with it. Maybe it's not quite heated up enough yet. Okay, hang on a minute. Aha, that's why the glue wasn't in properly. Okie dokie. So just pop the glue into the centre there, and I always end up with glue everywhere when I use hot glue. It just gets little stringy bits going everywhere. Alright, so that should set down the bottom. You can then move it across, so move it upside down so that you can set the top of it as well. So hence I'm using this silicone craft mat, and they're really cheap. They're only $10. So I just think it's well worth having a craft mat every time you do gluing. Alright, so now that, because it's hot glue gun, will just stay together, which is fabulous. That's what we want. The other thing I have done is I've cut little circles, and I've put a circle on top of each one of these. So let's just get rid of that extra glue that seems to be around there, and that. Pop my circle down. It just gives the next one something flat to stand on, because we're going to be building it up. So there we go, that's still a little warm. All right, now I have already made these ones, and I've already glued the top 3 together, just to save a little bit of time with it, because it, as I say, it is a little time consuming. So what's going to happen is these are all going to go onto each other now. So we can now go, oh, you know what? I put one of them upside down. Duh, that was clever, wasn't it? Okay, so let's just pop that one onto there, and we will just attach that onto there. And I've run out of glue sticks, so I'm just going to grab another one. There's glue stick. Grab 2 of them just in case. So that one's looking good. Then we need the next one. Oh, would help if I put the glue stick in. So just aim to center it if you can. That's usually a little better if it's centered. Next one. Oh, sure what colour I've got there. I know I've got a few glue sticks that are different colours. That one looks kind of creamy. That's looking good. And the last layer. So we will just do that last layer as well. And ha-ha! Yay, it's worked. That's actually really pretty. I'm just disappointed in myself that I managed to put 2 of them upside down. But I don't think it matters too much. That one. Oh, 3 of them upside down. 4 of them. Wow, that was really clever. I was planning on having the shiny side up in all of it, and apparently I didn't manage to do that. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. So I did think I would use a bit of this absolutely gorgeous ribbon. So this is the, I will put my glasses on and I might be able to read what it actually is called. It's the metallic mesh ribbon. So it was carried over from one of the other catalogues. I think it was the last Christmas catalogue it was carried over and put into the annual catalogue. And I'll tell you what, this is just the softest ribbon you can imagine for this sort of thing. I just, when I initially saw it, I thought, oh, that's going to be really hard, but oh gosh, it's amazing. So I just thought we would go with a bit of this on here. So let me just cut that off. Looks really gorgeous as well, just sort of laid on top of a card like this. It's just such pretty ribbon, it really is. And we are going to work out a way of attaching this onto the top of here. And I think I'm just going to go, oh, better undo this hot glue gun before it all pours out the side. Oh, come on. There we go. I think I'm going to use a mini glue dot, because with the mini glue dots you can literally just pop it onto the back of there. So I pre-did the bow, by the way. I just figured I might as well. And let's just pop that onto the top there. And there we have it. As I say, takes a little longer than what I just showed you, because obviously I've pre-made some of these, but when you use the scoreboard, it's actually something that you can do a lot quicker. So with a couple of these, I've just layered them up on the scoreboard and scored them together, because the scoreboard will allow you to do a couple of layers at a time. But I'm really happy with that, and hopefully you guys have a go with it. So do let me know if you have a go, because I always like seeing what people have been up to. And do hop over to my blog, because I am going to put up the instructions and the measurements and everything on there for you, so that you can check that out. So don't forget, mccarthyheather.blogspot.com.au. I've got a feeling it's actually somewhere in my Facebook page, it will tell you. I'm not terribly technical, so it's somewhere. And if you're not part of my mailing list and would like to be, please do let me know and I can add you to that. If you are from around the Bendigo direction, or Maryborough or Inglewood or Castlemaine, I'm kind of central to everywhere because I'm in Lanarkshire. So I do have my own classroom here, so if you are interested in joining in e-card classes, then I will be offering those. I already do offer those, and I also have a mega class coming up. So if you are heading over to my blog, you'll be able to find out all the information about it. Thank you so much for joining me, and do come and join me next Saturday when I do my next Something Saturday. Thanks, bye.